Good to see you over there, TJ Jefferson. How are you?
Me and Adam had a conversation about Raiola the other day, Rich.
Adam Chudwin, our call screener.
Adam, our call screener, and he thought it was weird like you did. But I'm like, if you're growing up in this generation, like our generation, everyone wanted to be like Mike.
Sure.
The next generation was Kobe and AI. So, yeah, if you want to make it as a quarterback in this generation, why wouldn't you emulate
Of
Patrick
course.
Mahomes?
That makes complete sense. But when you're saying like Mike, are you saying Dylan Raiola's only good because he's wearing Patrick Mahomes' shoes? Is that what you're saying?
Wow. Maybe.
That's a deep pop culture reference right there.
Easy Isaiah Thomas.
Was it in a movie Rich was in?
All good. Yes. As Stuart Scott, by the way. That was my
Heard about it.
that's my IMDb. Look it up. Rich Eisen is Stuart Scott, like Mike. At any rate, 844-204-RICH, number to dial here on the show. Let's get to it.
Yeah.
We start today's show. I love doing this sort of stuff. We start today's program here on the second Thursday of this new year, or third Thursday of this new year. We start today's program in the middle of January on November 18th, 2007. That was the day the New York Giants went into Detroit and beat the Detroit Lions, thanks to Eli Manning's arm, 16-10.
Oh.
Reason why I bring this up, it was on this day, Tom Coughlin, who had joined the Giants organization just only a couple of years ago with 68 career wins from his Jacksonville Jaguars tenure, he won his 32nd game as head coach of the New York Giants, giving him, we'll do the math for you, 100 career regular season wins. And at the time, that was a rarity because no other coach has stood on a Giants sideline since with 100 career coaching wins. The last time the Giants had somebody stand on their sideline with 100 career regular season coaching wins, it wasn't Bill Parcells, who won only 77 games, starting his career as a Hall of Fame head coach with the Giants. Steve Owen, who holds the record for most career wins by any Giants head coach with 153. And here he is on the sideline talking to his New York football giant, as they were known back in those days. That's Yankee Stadium. Behind him, he's talking to Tom Landry right there on the screen.
Like, looking at that,
that is Tom Landry, who played for the Giants before he became, as we know, an all-time great, winning games for the Dallas Cowboys. That's it. That's it. Those are the coaches in the Giants' history who have stood on the sidelines with 100 career wins until week 1 of next season. Because John Harbaugh is going to be the next head coach of the New York Giants. Right. 21st full-time head coach in Giants history, the New York Post. Their headline this very day, Harbaugh, all signs point to championship coach taking charge of Big Blue. And this is a rarity for the Giants, not just because of what I just said, but John Harbaugh will be the first head coach in the history of this franchise to stand on the sidelines for the first time to coach them with a Super Bowl ring in his back pocket or in his home closet or a championship figuratively inside his playbook. Nobody's ever taken the reins of the Giants who's either already won a Super Bowl or an NFL championship. As you know, we're going way back here. So John Harbaugh's coming, and it's after 18 seasons with the Ravens, second most seasons with one franchise entering a new job with another franchise, the only guy with more seasons with one franchise before joining another, Curly Lambeau. 29 seasons with the Packers before he moved on to the Cardinals.
Whoa.
That's it.
Some historic stuff.
Curly Lambeau, John Harbaugh. This is the sort of stuff we so rarely see. And this, for the Giants fans, they have got to be out of their skulls. Can't imagine that when they fired Brian Daboll in the middle of the season, after Daboll didn't work out, and after they kicked the tires on Pat Shurmur, right? Kicked the tires on Ben, don't call me Bob McAdoo. after doing all of that with Joe Judge in between. That's the bridge. Daboll, Judge, Shermer, McAdoo to Coughlin. And in the middle of all that, an unfortunate boat trip prior to a wild card weekend contest from which the Giants have not recovered since that time. This is exactly what the Giants fans wanted and needed, which is somebody saying, you've had some issues around these parts. Let me bring what I do for a living to you, which is why they sent him a private jet and apparently offered him 5 years, $100 million. And he's like, sold. Sold.
Thank you.
Sold. Now, let's not dive into the fact that the Giants just had 5 losses in 2025 in which they held a 10 or larger point lead in the game. And part of the reason why Harbaugh is available is because the head coach there in Baltimore, why he's not there anymore is because the owner essentially said in his press conference, we've lost too many fourth quarter leads. Let's not go there, even though I kind of just did. Because John Harbaugh will tell you things didn't work out in the long run in Baltimore. But the 18 seasons are exactly what the Giants fans want in, say, what, 10 with this guy? He's in his early 60s. You want to get another 10 years out of John Harbaugh? Go on the sideline and just stop the carousel and searching for the next John Harbaugh? Honestly. The guy also knows the division. He went to Baltimore from the Eagles. Yep. He knows Andy Reid. He knows the whole business. He knows what it takes to win in this division. He knows what it takes to win in any division. He knows what it takes to win with a quarterback who can run it and throw it. He knows what it takes to win a division where you want to run the ball downhill with somebody who knows how to run downhill because that's all he knows how to do because he figures the defense is like a brick wall. The guy who's going to be coaching the Tango and Cash of the National Football League, Jaxson Dart and Cam Scatterbo.
Tango and Cash.
And then you throw in Malik Neighbors on top of it and a defense that can rush the passer with just 4 sets of hands in the dirt. That's what the Giants want to do. Yeah. And John Harbaugh will know how to do it, and he'll step up there with his Harbaugh demeanor and his Harbaugh smile, and he will charm the pants off of the New York media market. Certainly those who've been covering the Giants with a bunch of coaches that are trying to get their bones, trying to just even match what Tom Coughlin could do in his tenure there. Grand slam, home run, touch them all. That's it. And they can't believe that John Harbaugh is available for them to fill this void. And fill it he shall. Let's go. Apparently Todd Monken's coming, too. Yep. This is OC. Say what you will. Ravens fans will just fill your ears about what they didn't like, how things went crazy. And Giants fans will be like, so did you make the playoffs that year? Yeah, we did. Did you win your division that year? Yeah, we did. Guess what we don't do around here? Guess what hasn't happened around here? And the fact that the owners like Joe Shane and he apparently is fine, like, fine, let's do it. Check boxes, man. And the Giants haven't had a box checked like this in the head coaching department in a long time. So I will say this. I will ask this question. John Harbaugh's coming to the Giants. Do they make the playoffs next year? Let's do it. That's a sports talk radio conversation.
Yeah, I threw it
out.
You
love this sort of stuff. It's the middle of January.
I did.
We haven't seen a damn thing. John Harbaugh hasn't said a syllable yet.
Right.
There's not even ink drying. We're jumping the gun here.
I threw this out on Overreaction Monday this week. John Harbaugh, no matter where he goes, is going to win more games than the Ravens this year. Yes, the Giants make the playoffs.
Okay, so the Giants make the playoffs. TJ Jefferson.
No.
Okay, and why is that? Why is that? Because the Dallas Cowboys. Why can't they have? Why can't they have three teams come from that division?
Well, I'm saying I truly believe the Washington football team is going to be better next year with Jaden Daniels hopefully staying healthy.
Okay.
Even though I don't like them, I don't like to see a young man hurt.
Oldest roster in the NFL.
True, but I don't know. I think that this is going to be a competitive division next year, so I can't say for sure that that's going to happen.
I would argue they're the best team in the NFC East.
This year?
Yeah, what
No, going into next year, they're the best team. Eagles, dysfunction. They're going to look really different. New OC, A.J. Brown, probably gone. Okay?
They've had new OCs every year, though, and they still do well.
Dallas, you aren't a serious franchise. Washington, the Giants are still better at nearly every position. We don't know what Jaden Daniels is going to look like next year.
Yeah.
Give me the G-Man.
The Giants went from 4-13 to what? What are we going to say next year?
Well,
your team completely reversed.
We went 10+. I'm going to say 11-6 Giants next year.
There you go.
Win the division.
TJ Jefferson, yes or no?
That they're winning the division or going
to the playoffs?
No.
Okay. What am I going to answer this question?
We know what you're going to answer.
Which is what?
You love the Harbaughs, so you're.
Of course I do.
So you feel like the Giants are going to be better. Like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying it as a diss.
Let's see what they do in the draft too. They got a heck of a draft choice at the top of this draft.
And that's also goes back to my Cowboy thing. Something no one's talking about.
That they draft well.
Not only that, the reason I was kind of rooting for the Bears so hard is we get that Packers pick at 20. Now the Cowboys have 2 first-round picks within the first 20. So and we do draft well, so I'm hoping we don't mess it up.
Who in the playoffs now doesn't make it because the Giants make it, Chris?
Oh, the Eagles.
The Eagles are out.
Yeah.
Well, it's every other year they find their proper offensive coordinator. They reset after an OC goes and takes another job. Everybody's wondering if Sirianni knows what the hell he's doing. Everyone wonders what the hell happened to the offense. Are the Eagles now done? Is the window now closed? Then they find another offensive coordinator who gets it right. Then he leaves for a new head coaching job. Then they spend another year wondering what the hell's happening around here. Does Sirianni know what he's doing? Next year's getting the offensive coordinator right.
Mike Tomlin is going to be.
And then that person's going to leave for a new job. That person's going to leave for a new job.
Yeah. Mike Tomlin, Eagles collision course, 2027.
I don't know, later on in the program, you're going to hear somebody who knows Mike Tomlin very well thinks Tomlin's never coaching again. We'll hit that later on in the program. But I will say this. I'll just say things look really good for the Giants because all you have to say is 5 losses if they protect 4 of them. They got 8 wins this year.
Good point.
Okay? And Tango and Cash are coming back healthy, right? I think Monken is going to love using Cam Scatterboo in his offense.
And they got Tyrone Tracy still.
They're going to end up drafting well on top of it.
I think you're forgetting, though. You're mentioning Dart and Scatterboo a lot, but Malik
Neighbors coming back, too. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
Problem.
I'll say yes.
Thank you, Rich Eisen.
I'm not going to say who's out.
Why?
Because I need to see other pieces. That's
not what we're doing here.
Sure it is what we're doing. I'm not saying the Eagles are out. That's crazy talk. I think that's crazy talk.
Someone's got to go.
You know what we got to go? To break.
Okay.
Josh Pate coming up next. We'll talk some college football. Dante Moore says, I will take Phil Knight's money rather than Woody Johnson's.